Good morning, students. Start the next exercise of this chapter, linear equation to variables, exercise 3.4, in which we will study how can we solve the equations by using another method called the elimination method. So we have learned about the graphical method, substitution method. Now this is the easiest method to solve an equation called the elimination method. So I am going to explain you this method. This is the question number first. I am taking one of the part of this question 1. Actually, this is the last part of the question, because in this part there is a fraction and most of the students got a problem in solving the fractions. So I am going to solve this one. This is the last part of question number 1. X upon 2 plus 2y upon 3 is equal to minus 1. X minus y upon 3 is equal to 3. This is the second equation. In elimination method, first of all, if you have any problem with the fraction, you can remove the fraction from the equations. Like you can take the LCM of both the terms. By taking the LCM, you can remove their fraction. Like they have the LCM, 2 and 3 have the LCM 6. So we will multiply this one by 3 and this one by 2, so that the LCM become 3 1 ja 3 and 2 2 ja 4. Will be 6, and then upon 6 is equal to minus 1. Then what will you do? This 6 will be there to the sides of to RHS in multiplication with minus 1. Minus 1 into 6. So simply this equation is now minus 6. This is a very simple equation without any fraction. So you can remove the fraction if you have any problem in fractions. This is the first equation and this one is the second. Again you can simplify it by removing its fraction, by removing its denominator. So taking the LCM of this term, it will be 3x minus y is equal to 3. This is the second equation. Sorry, since it has a denominator 3 now after their LCM. So 3 multiplied with the 3 will become 9. So first you can remove the denominator, or we can say we can simplify the equation, we can simplify the fractions. After this, now we have two equations. We have to make a constant with the variable same. Like in these two equations, since we have constant 3 with both the variables x which is same. So now we don't need to do anything. Otherwise, suppose in this part 1, this y has the number 4 and this one has the number 1. If you want to make them equal, then what will you do? You know that you have to multiply it by 4. So in the elimination method, first we have to make the constant equal one of the variable, either of x, either of y. Since in this particular equation, both the variable of x are same, so we no need to do anything with it. Otherwise, in the same equation, if you want to do the variables of y same, then what should we do? We should multiply with we should multiply 4. We should multiply this equation second by 4. The whole equation by 4. So here in this case, since the x are equal, so we are not doing anything. We can subtract both the equation. Since both the x are equal and they have the same sign, if you are going to subtract this equation, you know that you will write here by subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So if you are going to subtract the equation, in subtraction we know that we have to change the sign like this. Now 3x will cancel out with 3x. It will become 5y is equal to how much? It is minus 15. And what should be the value of y here? Now y will be minus 15 upon 5. It will be minus 3. So this is the value of y. And then you can put this value of y in any of the equation, either 1 or 2, so that you can find the value of x. So by putting the value, we are putting the value by putting the value of y in equation 1. So you can put this value of y in equation 1 or equation 2. It's up to you which equation you want to use. This is equation 1. I am putting the value of y here. So it will be 3x plus 4 into minus 3 is equal to minus 6. 3x minus 12 is equal to minus 6. 3x is equal to minus 6 plus 12. 3x is equal to 6. And then x is equal to 2. Simple. So, this is the easiest method to solve that equation. This is the last part of the question number 1. Now, I am going to explain all the parts of second question. These are the problem based questions and most of the students get problem in making the equations. So, I am going to explain all the equations, how will you make the equations, and then I will solve 1 or 2 equations out of these 5, and the remaining will be you will do yourself. And in case of problem, you can ask me in your Zoom class. Second question, first part. The question is, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. In last exercise, you also do the question of fraction. Again, the question of fraction. In fraction, we know that the upper part is called the numerator and the denominator is the lower part of the fraction. So, in this question, let the numerator is x. This is the first part of question number 2. Let numerator is equal to x. Numerator of the fraction is equal to x and the denominator is equal to y. Let the numerator is x and the denominator is y. Now according to question, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator. Now we have to add 1 to the numerator and we have to subtract 1 from the denominator. A fraction reduced to 1, it becomes equal to 1. So it means, how will you simplify it? By making the cross multiplication method, like x plus 1 is equal to 1 multiplied with the y minus 1, that is equal to y minus 1. Now we can place this y here on the LHS by changing its sign, and 1 towards the RHS by changing its sign, it will become minus 2. So this is the equation first. Again, it becomes 1 upon 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. It means we do not do anything with the numerator and we add 1 to the denominator. So it becomes 1 upon 2. Again, we can simplify this equation by cross multiplication method. So by cross multiplication, 2 will here with x, it will be 2x is equal to 1 will multiply with the y plus 1. It will be y plus 1. So bring this y towards LHS is equal to 1. This is the equation 2. Okay. So the most important part is you have to make the equations. So these are the 2 equations. Now we are applying the elimination method. Now in both the equations, we know we don't need to make any constant equal in variables. Like in these 2 equations, this is the equation number 1. Now in this equation, we know that the constant of y are equal. So we don't need to change any equation by multiplying any equation by any number, because here the y is same. अगर आपको दिख रहा है कि कोई भी एक सेम है तो आपको कुछ भी चेंज नहीं करना है. सपोज आप चाहते हो कि आप y नहीं, आप x को चेंज करना चाहते हो. आप चाहते हो कि सपोज x सेम हो जाए. So what will you do? You know that there is 2x, or if you want to make this 2x, you have to multiply this whole equation by 2. So in other questions I will try to explain you then how will you multiply it to make the constant equal. So now in this case, since both the constant of the variable y are equal, so we don't need to do anything with these equations. We will subtract these equations. Since those y have the same sign, so by subtracting these equations, we know that the sign will be changes, and by changing its sign, we can cancel out y with y. So it will be 2x minus x will be x is equal to 2 and 1 will be 3. So we find the value x is equal to 3. And what's about the value y? So we can put the value of x in any of the equation, either 1 or 2. So I am going to put the value of x in equation 1. This is equation 1. I will put the value of x, that is 3. minus 5 is equal to minus 2. Minus 5 will be, the 3 will be there towards the RHS and sign will be changes. Then minus will cancel out with minus and y is equal to how much? It is 5. Since this is a fraction and x is the numerator and y is the denominator, so we can see the required fraction is x upon y. So this is a fraction. So finally in answer you have to write the fraction. Not only the value of x and y. In final answer you have to write the fraction. You can also check your answers like this. If we add 1 to the numerator, 3 plus 1 will become 4 and 1 subtract from denominator. 5 minus 1 will become 4, then 4 upon 4 will be 1. Same. Or if only add 1 to the denominator, it means 3 upon, it will be 6. 3 upon 6 will be 1 upon 2. Okay. So this is the first question of, this is the first part of second question. I am going to rub this board. You can pause video for writing the answer. Now the question number 2. In question 2, 5 years ago, again, I explained in last lecture. If you want to find out your your age 5 years before, then what will you do? You will subtract 5 years from your age. So 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. So let the present age of Noori is equal to x and that of the Sonu is equal to y. So according to question 5 years ago, what was the age of Noori? It will be x minus 5. And what's about the age of the Sonu? It will be y minus 5. 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. So this term is 3 times the age of the Sonu. 10 years later, after 10 years, the Noori age will be x plus 10. We can write here according to question. And the age of Sonu will be y plus 10. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as. So this age of Noori is equal to twice the age of the Sonu. Then how old are Noori and Sonu are? So again, you will simplify the equations by multiplying 3 from both the terms like y and the 10 and y and the 5. By opening the bracket, and you can simplify the equations and then you can solve it by elimination method. So you can solve it yourself. It's a very easy question. Or in case of doubt, you have Zoom class. Now the question number 3. Yeah, this is a very important question. I'm going to explain you this question now. I'm going to rub the board now. This is a really important question. The third question. The sum of the digit of 2-digit number. Okay. How will you solve the equations of 2-digit number? So in 2-digit number, let's take one example. The number is 45. If you want to write this number in expanded form, what will you do? You will write it like 5 into 10, 4 into 10 plus 5. Right? Okay. So, sorry. You will write it like this. 4 into 10 plus 5. This is the expanded form of any 2-digit number. So, you can say that in 2-digit number, the number which is at the place of ones, we will write it like this. And the number which is at the place of tens, we have to multiply it by 10 and for writing the expanded form. Like, if we say that, let the digit at ones place is equal to x and the digit at tens place is equal to y. So, if you want to write the number in the expanded form, so you will write in expanded form. Expanded form, the number is, what should be the number? We will multiply the tens place by 10 and then we will add it the ones place. So this is the expanded form of the number. So in any questions where you have the two-digit number, you will say one is a ones place, other is a tens place, and next mandate form we will multiply the tens place by 10 and then we will add the ones place to it. In most of the questions there is the statement is if we reverse the digit, it means suppose this is the number 45 and if we reverse the digit, it will become 54. So now how will you write it in the expanded form? You will write it like 5 into 10 plus 4. So same in this case, if there is ones place is x and tens place is y, and if you are going to reverse the digits. So after reversing the digit, so most of the questions there is a part like this after reversing the digit. So if there is a statement like after reversing the digit, then you will do this one. So after reversing the digit, the number will be is equal to, after reversing it will be, it means at the ones place now y and at the tens place will be x. So after reversing the digit, number will be 10 into x plus y. Clear? Now the tens place is x and the ones place is y after reversing the digit. Okay. Now go through the questions. Question is, the sum of the digit of two-digit number is 9. Okay, one more thing. You should know that this is not the sum of the digit. Actually, this is not the sum of the digit. This is the number. And what will you say about the sum of the digit? Sum of the digit means 4 plus 5. This is the sum of the digit. So, this is a number. This is the reverse number. And according to question, x plus y is equal to 9. The sum of the digit of two-digit number is 9. Also 9 times this number. Now this is the number. So according to question, 9 times this number is y into 10 plus x. 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digit. It is equal to 2 times the number obtained after reversing the digit. It means is equal to 2 into 10x plus y. So it's a really important question and you should understand how can we solve these type of questions. In two-digit number, we will say that ones place is x and tens place is y. It can be vice versa. We can take the y as a ones place and x as a tens place, doesn't matter. So the number in expanded form will be tens place into 10 plus unit place. And after reversing the digit, the number will be 10x plus y. And now we will make the equation according to the given situation in the question. So these are the two equations. This is the equation number 1. And we can also simplify this equation like, first I have to rub the board. So please write all about the question. I am going to rub it. So you can pause the video. So now the second equation we can simplify it. It will be 10y plus x, and after multiplying 9 by multiplying 9, 90y plus 9x is equal to 20x plus 2y. So आप इन दोनों को इधर ले आते हैं towards the left side. So it will be 90y minus 2y plus 9x minus 20x is equal to 0. It will be 88y minus 11x is equal to 0. Or if you want to take the x as a positive term, so you can put all these values here towards the right hand side so that it will become positive and it will become negative. Now this equation is divisible by 11. So we can simplify this equation by dividing it by 11. Or we can say that by taking 11 as a common, we can also simplify the equation. अब जब आप 11 को 0 के अपॉन में लेके जाएंगे तो it will become 0. So the equation is 8y minus x is equal to 0. This is the second equation. So we can simplify the equation second like this. This is second equation. Now we are going to solve the equation by using the elimination method. First equation is x plus y is equal to 9. And the second equation is minus x plus 8y is equal to 0. Again, both the x having the same constant, so we don't need to make it equal. It is already equal, so we will add the equations. Why we are going to add the equations? Because here both having the opposite sign, so by adding the equation, x will be cancelled out with x. So here will be 9y is equal to 9 and y is equal to 1. This is the value of y. And by putting the value of y in any of the equation, either 1 or 2, we can also find the value of x. So I am going to put the value of y in this equation 1. X plus y is equal to 9. Then x plus 1 is equal to 9. Then x is equal to 8. Okay. So this is the value of x and this is the value of y. Now according to question, just remind the question, x is at the 1's place and y is at the 10's place. So it means the number is 18. You can also check your answer. That's according to question, the sum of the digit 9s? Yes. Or if you multiply the 18 by 9, you have to see that if we multiply 18 by 9, is it equal to 2 times the number 81? The reversing number will be 81. So 81 into 2 will be equal to the 9 into 18. So you can check it. So this is the method to check your answers, either you are correct or not. So this was the question number 3rd. The 4th part of question number 2nd is, Meena went to the bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 note only. Meena got 25 rupees in all. Find how many notes of 50 rupees, 100 rupees she received. So suppose the number of notes of rupees 50 is equal to x and of rupees 100 is equal to y. So according to question, the total number of note is 25. It means x plus y. The total number of note is 25. It means the number of note of x 50 and the number of note of 100 is equal to 25. This is the first equation, very easy equation. Now we know that the number of note of rupees 50 is x. If you have 2 note of rupees 50, how much amount will be? It will be 50 into 2, 100 rupees. And if you have 4 note of rupees 50, it will be 50 into 4, 200 rupees. It means if you want to find the amount of any rupees, it means find out the amount of any rupees. Like of rupees 50, if you have the x number of note of 50 rupees, it means the total amount of 50 rupees is now 50 into x. Is it clear? For one more example. If you have 5 note of rupees 100, how much amount you have now? 100 into 5, 500 rupees. If you have 8 note of rupees 100, it will be 800 rupees. So how you get your answer? By multiplying the number. So we can also find the how much the amount of rupees 100 will be there. If there are y note of rupees 100, it means how much amount is it? It is 100 into y. So the amount of 50 rupees is 50x and the amount of 100 rupees is 100y. एक बार फिर से समझ लेते देखो 50 रुपीज के आपके पास 4 नोट है, इसका मतलब कितना अमाउंट हुआ? 50 इंटू 4 200 रुपीज हुआ। ऐसे 50 की अगर 6 नोट्स है तो कितना होगा? 50 इंटू 6 300 रुपीज हुआ। सो यानी कि आप मल्टीप्लाई करके पता कर सकते हैं आपके पास अमाउंट कितना है। सो ये जो टोटल अमाउंट है इट इज रुपीज 2000. This is the equation. Equation second. You can also simplify the equation. We know that all the terms are divided by 50. So we can divide all the terms by 50. We can take 50 as a common like this. Plus 2y is equal to 2000. And then we can take 50 in the denominator of 2000. It will be x plus 2y is equal to 2000 upon 50. 40. The second equation is or we can say the third equation is this one. So I think you can solve this question yourself. A very simple question. The constant of x are equal, so we can separate the equation to find out the value of y and then of x. Now the last question of the exercise. So I think for elimination method I have to explain you by taking my own example, because all the question in NCERT book are so easy, so we don't need to change an equation. Like in elimination method we have to change the equations. So I am going to explain the elimination method actually, not from the NCERT book. I am taking a random example. Suppose this is the equation 2x plus 5y is equal to 15. Suppose. And the other equation is 3x plus 9y is equal to 20. Suppose. So in elimination method, what you have to do, you have to make the constant of one of the variable equal. Suppose you want to make x equal. What will you do? Here is 2 and here is 3. The LCM is 6. So it means we can make this 2 6 by multiplying it by 3. And also we can make the 3 as a 6 by multiplying it by 2. So what will we do? We will multiply whole the equation first by 3 and whole the equation second by 2 to make the constant of x equal. फिर से बताती हूँ आपको, आप चाहते हो किसी भी एक को इक्वल करना, x को या y को, तो पहले लेके चलते हैं. सपोज हम x को इक्वल करना चाहते हैं, तो आपको पता है 2 और 3 का एलसीएम 6 है. आप इसको 6 बना सकते हो 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करके, इसको 6 बना सकते हो 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करके. तो आपने क्या करना है, होल इक्वेशन को मल्टीप्लाई कर देना. And then after multiplying 3 to just 6x plus 3 5s are 15y is equal to 15 3s are 45. So it will be the third equation. And in this case it will be 6x plus 9 2s are 18y is equal to 40. This is the equation 4. Now again in this part both the x are same. So if we subtract the equation, we have to change the sign, and so we can find the value of y here. So this is the one of the method. If you want to make the y equal, what will you do? Here in the first equation y has 5 as a constant, in second one 9. If you want to make them equal, what will you do? You have to multiply the first equation. 1 minute. So you have to multiply this equation by 9. If you want to 9 and 5, you want to make them equal, it will be equal if it will become 45. So in this case, you will multiply the first equation by 9 and the second equation by 5. So that both the constant of y will become equal. Like by multiplying the equation 1 by 9, it will become 18x plus 45y is equal to 15 9s are 135 and 3 5s are 15x plus 9 5s are 45y is equal to 100. So these are the third and fourth equation. So you don't need to do both the parts. आप इसमें से कोई एक करोगे, या तो ऐसे करके सॉल्व कर लो या ऐसे करके, वो आप पे डिपेंड करता है आप किसको इक्वल करना चाहते हो, x को या y को. सो यहाँ पे जब आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे कैंसिल हो गए, and then you can easily find out the value of x. So actually this is the elimination method. In NCERT question all the questions are really so easy. मुझे बताने का कोई मौका नहीं मिला कि आपको कैसे सॉल्व करना है, इसलिए मेरे को अपने आप से एक एग्जांपल लेके आपको बताना पड़ा कि एक्चुअली हाउ कैन वी सॉल्व द इक्वेशंस बाय यूजिंग द एलिमिनेशन मेथड. दिस इज द इजीएस्ट मेथड out of the 4 method: graphical, subtraction, cross multiplication and the elimination. Out of these 4 methods, this is the easiest method to solve an equation. Now the fifth part, the last part. A lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and additional charges for the each day thereafter. It means for the first 3 days it is a fixed charge. तो आपने कहा कि let the fixed charge for 3 days. For 3 days. तो 3 दिन का एक फिक्स चार्ज है आपने कहा ₹X है, and then the charges per day, and the charge per day is equal to ₹5. So Sarita paid 27 rupees for 7 days. Now for 7 days. Out of the 7 days, for the 3 days, she has to pay X rupees. And in these 7 days, if she has pay for the 3 days, how much days are left unpaid? These are 4 days are left unpaid. So for the remaining 4 days, she has to pay 4 Y rupees, because Y is the cost of per day, for the each day, for the 1 day. So X plus 4Y is total cost is 27 rupees she has to pay for 7 days. And for second equation, for 5 days she has to pay 21 rupees. Out of 5 days, for 3 days she will pay X rupees. Out of 5, for the 3 days she has paid X rupees. Now 2 days are left unpaid. For these 2 days she has to pay 2 Y rupees is equal to total cost 21. So these are the two equations, and you can easily solve it by using elimination method. By subtracting both the equation, first you will find the value of Y, and by putting the value of Y in any of the equation, you can also find the value of X. So this is all about the elimination method. Now next video, I will explain you the cross multiplication method. Okay, bye.